For the law, having a shadow of good things to come, and not the very image of the things, can never with those sacrifices which they offered year by year continually make the comers thereunto perfect. For then would they not have ceased to be offered, because that the worshippers once purged should have had no more conscience of sins. Rastafari. But in those sacrifices there is a remembrance again made of sins every year. Rastafari. For it is not possible that the blood of bulls and of goats should take away sins. Rastafari. Wherefore, when he comes into the world, he says, sacrifice and offering you would not, but a body has you prepared I. In burnt offerings and sacrifices for sin, you has had no pleasure. Then said I, lo, I come to do your will, O Jah Rastafari. Greetings, giving thanks, Roths reports headline at the time. Well, we have the Rothschilds. They're at it again. You know, first thing I want to point out is, you know, the whole Forbes 500 richest people on the earth, 500 richest people in the U.S., 500 richest bankers. Well, here's the top 10 richest bankers. Harp, Halou, and family. They out of Mexico. He worth one billion, right? And you got Julio. Julio is out of Brazil, yeah. He worth 1.3. Roman's a Russian. Okay. And you can go on down the line. Here's a Saudi Arabian, a Russian, a Saudi Arabian, a Moroccan, a Brazilian. You got a guy, Bruno. He's the only guy in here I see from United Kingdom. Bruno Schroeder. Schroder. You got Wicho. Wicho is from Singapore. So what's my point? My point is where the Rothschilds? Where the Rockefellers? You got another man from India, Brazil, Malaysia, Saudi Arabia, the Czech Republic, Colombia, and Brazil. Man, Brazil's got a lot of bankers. And they have the world's wealthiest banker. That's what it says. Actually, the fun fact says he's ranked $13.8 billion. His name is Joseph Safra. He's 73 years old. And the fun fact says he's Brazil's wealthiest banker. Well, this is supposed to be the 10 wealthiest bankers in the world, but when you get to number one, the fun fact is it's just Brazil. So they kind of gave themselves away with that one. But this is from the Business Insider, and the Business Insider is owned by Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway. But the interesting thing is, where are the Rothschilds? Where are the Rockefellers? Where are the Warburgs? You know, you got a lot of old money that's been hidden away in trust, and they bought out the political system and managed to push through legislation these secret laws, a secret system of laws, so they don't have to disclose their holdings anymore. You got fellows like this man, Nathan Rothschild, Nathaniel, they call him the Nat, N-A-T, the Nat. You know, he's got red hair and freckles, or whatever. He loves fast cars. Anyway, he got 500 million pounds from his father. Now, he inherited 500 million pounds. This is what they're disclosing on this article that's really promoting him. It talks about, you know, how he went to college, hooked up with girls. An Oxford friend remembers him as being a babe magnet because of his name, Rothschild. They said that the girls would be asked to go back to his father Jacob's lavish estate, which I looked up, the Waddesdon Manor in Buckinghamshire. So there's a claim that an escort girl said in 1994 that he asked her to asked her to supply drugs and strippers to a party at the Rothschild stately home. Now, this guy's like maybe a year or two older than me. So in 1994, he was what, like 15 or 14? They said they wanted black girls, skinny. Wait, let me quote it. Quote, they were very precise in what they wanted. 3 slim black girls in stockings, suspenders, and high heels. They also wanted the girls to do extras. So, you've got this shit going on, but I looked up this Waterston Manor. Well, it became a national trust in 1957. So, you know, the public's paying for it. The public pays for the homes and estates and residences of the Rothschilds. Anyway, 500 million pounds he received, he inherited from his father. Now, don't you think he would be in the league of the 10 richest beggars in the world when the 10th one is only worth $1 billion? So his father doesn't have $1 billion, right? He's not on top 10 list, but he gave away half of his earnings to one son. I don't think so. So anyway, we're going to be covering the Rothschilds because, you know, it's people like this that manage somehow to escape, you know, the view, the scrutiny of the public. And it's my understanding that it's really through them and through their operations that we developed this kind of anarchy that we're in right now. You know, we have laws, but nothing makes sense. You know, it's enough to make anybody go crazy. You have a lawyer that goes into Florida State and shoots up some people. I think 2 days ago, a lawyer. Okay, so either this is one of these red flag, you know, Alex Jones false operations where they're gonna, you know, put, you know, security on every single around every single university, or something's not working, the law. So either way, you know, Babylon loses. That's why we say, you know, Babylon defeats itself in this time. Because, you know, every time we go and check it, it's not the people to blame. It's the shit stuff.